Charging Vietnam's Future, a decade to lead in electric mobility. Distinguished leaders, industry partners, engineers, and friends, tonight I ask you to imagine a sound, the quiet surge of an electric motor rising on the highways of Vietnam. It is the sound of our next decade. It is the sound of a nation choosing speed with conscience, growth with purpose, and industry with imagination. We are not merely building cars. We are building a new pact between technology and the Vietnamese people, a pact that says prosperity can be clean, performance can be responsible, and progress can be shared. Why now? Because four powerful tides have converged. First, the climate imperative, cleaner air in our cities, a safer future for our children. Second, the technology curve, batteries, power electronics, and software improving year after year. Third, the rewiring of global supply chains, reliability and trust are the new currency, and Vietnam has both. Fourth, ASEAN's rising middle class, a vast market that wants mobility that is smart, safe, and sustainable. Our 2035 vision. By 2035, Vietnam will be Southeast Asia's most trusted hub for designing, building, and exporting electric vehicles, components, and intelligent mobility software. Every province will have dependable charging access. Every major corridor will be electrified. Every Vietnamese family who chooses an EV will do so with confidence, because our national brand will stand for safety, quality, and fairness. This vision rests on 5 national missions, 5 promises we make to ourselves and to the world. 1. From assembly to invention, the manufacturing leap. We will move up the value chain, owning platforms, not just parts. Vehicle platforms, modular architectures for compact cars, family SUVs, and light commercial EVs, engineered for our roads, climates, and consumers. Power electronics and motors, domestic capability in inverters, e-axles, and thermal systems, precision engineered, globally certified, Tier 1, Tier 2 networks, a nationwide supplier base for harnesses, seats, dashboards, lighting, glass, and castings, digitalized for quality, traceability, and speed. Standards, one national quality code for EV safety, cybersecurity, and software updates, simple to follow, uncompromising to pass. 2. The charging spine. Electrons everywhere people are, we will make charging invisible, reliable, interoperable, and close. Expressway, fast charge corridors from north to south, open to all brands. Urban and workplace charging integrated into real estate codes and parking standards. Community chargers for towns and rural districts linked to local renewables. Smart grids and V2G, intelligent charging that balances the grid, lets cars return power when needed, and turns parked vehicles into national assets. 3. Talent, labs, and test tracks, the mindware behind the hardware. We will invest in people, the ultimate competitive advantage. EV institutes and centers of excellence that fuse mechanical, electrical, chemical, and software engineering. National test tracks and homologation labs so products are validated at home to world standards. Scholarships and apprenticeships that lift youth from every province into a high-skill future, diverse, merit-based, relentless about excellence. 4. Finance and markets that reward good choices. We will make the right choice the easy choice. Predictable incentives that encourage adoption, local content and innovation. Clear in design, transparent in sunset. Green credit and leasing that lower upfront costs for families and fleets. Consumer trust, robust warranties, abundant service centers, and fair trade-in values that treat customers with dignity. 5. Circular by design, batteries, recycling, and responsibility. We will build an industry that gives back as it grows. Battery ecosystems for cell assembly, pack integration, and second life storage. Recycling at scale for nickel, cobalt, lithium, and copper, designed into products from day one. ESG as default, water, energy, and emissions, footprints measured, managed, and improved every year. A 10-year roadmap, 2026-2028. Build the foundation, adopt a unified national charging and payment standard, open 2 multi-brand fast charging corridors on priority expressways, launch EV safety and cybersecurity codes, establish national test labs, seed 3 EV innovation districts, clusters where startups sit beside factories and universities beside proving grounds. 2029, 2031, scale with confidence. export to Vietnam engineered platforms to regional markets, integrate smart grid services and vehicle-to-grid pilots in major cities, localize critical Tier 1 components, double the number of certified suppliers, expand battery recycling to cover all domestic end-of-life packs, 2032-2035, lead and endure. Make Vietnam EV quality standard a regional benchmark. Grow software and data services, over-the-air updates, fleet analytics, and safety AI as a major export. Achieve near-zero emission final assembly powered by renewables and high efficiency. 5 guarantees to the Vietnamese people. Safety first, always. Our cars will meet the toughest standards we can write, and then we will make them tougher. Quality you can feel. Doors that close with confidence. Batteries that last. Software that just works. Reliability without surprises. Transparent service. Honest warranties. Spare parts when you need them. Affordability with dignity. Flexible financing, so a family does not have to choose between mobility and security. Pride in every badge. When you see Vietnam, you see trust. The human meaning of an EV industry development is not only factories and forecasts, it is people and possibility. It is the line worker in Haiphong whose hands assemble battery modules with surgical precision, knowing her craft keeps families safe on the road. It is the coder in Da Nang shipping an over-the-air update that improves range for 1 million drivers overnight. It is the taxi driver in Ho Chi Minh City who saves on fuel and maintenance and brings home a little more each month. It is the farmer in the Mekong Delta who plugs in at night and earns from returning power to the grid at dawn. It is a child in Bac Con who breathes cleaner air and grows up believing that Vietnam doesn't just catch up. We set the pace. Partnership is our power. We welcome homegrown champions and global partners alike. Bring your best engineering, your best ethics, your best ambitions, and together we will build something that lasts. We invite our diaspora to mentor, invest, and return, physically or virtually, so that the wisdom of the world accelerates the work of our hands. To regulators and public servants, write rules that are clear, consistent, and fast. To financiers, point capital toward productivity and patience. To educators, teach curiosity as a habit and courage as a skill. To entrepreneurs, build boldly. To workers, claim your rightful place at the center of this story. 3 national commitments. Every 100 kilometers, a charge. By the end of this decade, no EV driver should fear the map. Every factory, a classroom, skills, certifications, and promotions earned and available to all. Every export, a promise. We will export not only vehicles, but trust, on time, on spec, with integrity. Some will say this is too ambitious. I say, read our history. We have turned scarcity into ingenuity and adversity into discipline. Our people do not fear the steep climb. We fear only standing still. Ambition is not arrogance. It is gratitude in motion, honoring those who built before us and uplifting those who will build after us. So let us begin this decade with a shared belief that the cleanest kilowatt is the one we use wisely, that the strongest steel is purpose, and that the most powerful engine is the Vietnamese heart. May our highways hum with quiet confidence. May our cities breathe easier. May our factories glow with skilled hands and proud eyes. And when the world asks who led electric mobility with speed and soul, may the answer be simple. Vietnam did. Thank you.